students, welcome back to our session. Today's session we are going to discuss factorization. The introduction: when a polynomial and algebraic expression. Now I am going to take an example of algebraic expression: x square plus 5x plus 6. Now thus we can say it as polynomial, or even you can say it as algebraic expression. Polynomial, or you can say it as algebraic expression. When a polynomial and algebraic expression, it can be expressed as a product of two or more expressions. Here we have the algebraic expression, it is x square plus 5x plus 6. Now this expressions, this polynomial, I am going to express as a product of two expressions. So here I can write it as x plus 3 into x plus 2. So this is the product of two expressions. Each of this expression we used to call it as a factors. So here x plus 3 is a factor, and as well as x plus 2 is also a factor. Okay, now once again I am going to explain the definition of the factorization. When a polynomial or algebraic expression, it can be expressed as a product of two or more expressions. Each of these expressions we used to call it as a factors. So x plus 3 is a factor, and as well as x plus 2 is also a factor. The process of writing an expression in the form of terms or brackets multiplied together, x square plus 5x plus 6. Now this expression we can write in the form of terms or brackets multiplied together. Terms in the sense it is nothing but it may be x or it may be y, or the combination of x into y. So this we used to call it as terms. Now we can express either in the form of terms, or we can write in the terms of brackets. Now here x plus 3 into x plus 2. So we have used here brackets, or the brackets are multiplied together. We used to call it as a factorization. Each bracket we used to call it as factors of an expression. Okay, now I am going to give example here. 5x square plus 15. From this I can take 5 as common. When you take 5 as common, here the leftover it is x square plus 3. So we can say here, so 5 is a term, or even you can use the brackets also, or multiplied together. Always a sign in between the factors, it has to be multiple. So this we used to call it as a factorization. Factorization is the reverse of multiplication. When you multiply the factors, we are going to get back to the polynomial. Okay, now here we are going to discuss methods of factorization. Methods of factorization. So totally we have here three types. We are going to see one by one. Type 1, taking out the common factors. Taking out the common factors. Just I am going to take an example here. 6a square minus 3a. So this is a polynomial. When each term of the given expression contain a common factors. Contain a common factors means just we have to look into the numbers first. So when you take the numbers 6 and here it is 3, so I can take 3 as a common number. Next we'll move to the, now we are going to look into the variables. So variables we have here a square, and here we have only one a. The least power we have to take. Here if there is no power we can take it as 1. So here the power it is 1, and here the power is 2. We have to take the least power 1. So I can take a. And in the second term we have x as a variable, but we don't have in the first term. So the common it is 3a. So I have written here 3a. Each terms of a given expression contain a common factors that we need to divide each term by this factor. Okay, we have to divide each terms by this factor. So 3a is a factor, right? So just I'm going to divide it. 6a square divided by 3a minus 3ax divided by 3a. Okay, now here 3a, 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6, and as well as a we have this power, 1 power it will get cancelled, the leftover 1 power, so 2 into a power 1 minus, so here we have 3a and 3a, the leftover in the second term it is ex. Now we have to enclose the quotient in brackets, keeping the common factors outside. So here 3a is a common factor, I have kept in the outside of the bracket. Okay, the first method, once again I will repeat here. When each term of the given expression contain a common factor, so common factor it is nothing but 3a, we need to divide each term by this factor. So we have divided and we have to enclose the quotients in the bracket, so keeping the common factor outside of the bracket. So this is the first method, or even you can go with the direct method. I have taken the same example here, 6a square minus 3ax. So in this it can be easily seen that 3a it is going to be the highest or largest expression which divides both the expressions of 6a square and 3ax of the given expressions completely. So here I can take 3a, it is going to be the highest common expression, so the leftover quotient we have to write inside the bracket. From this if I took 3a common, the leftover it is 2a minus, from 3ax if I took 3a common, the leftover it is a minus x. So this is a shortcut method or direct method by taking the common factors. Okay, the second one, grouping. An expression of an even number of terms may be resolved into factors if the terms are arranged in the group such that each group has a common factor. Now listen carefully. Here easily we can find that the expression has even number of terms. In the grouping, definitely you will be having even number of terms. Even number of terms that may be resolved into factors if the terms are arranged in the groups. So first procedure we have to take. Okay, the first step, you need to group the terms. You need to group the terms of the given expression in such a way that each group has a common factor. Each group has common factors. Okay, the second one, we need to factorize each group. Factorize each group formed. The third one, from each group we have factorized, right? Then later again we have to take out the common factors. From step 2, we need to take out common factors. Taken common factors. Okay, now I am going to give an example here. The first one, AB plus BC plus AX plus CX. Okay, now the first step, we need to form the group. First I am going to take here these two terms as the first group, AB plus BC, because in both the terms we have common plus, and here AX plus CX, here we have X common. Now the second, we need to take out the common factor from each group. Now from the first terms we have E common in both the terms, so I can take B common, the leftover it is A plus B. In the second group, X is common, when you take X common, the leftover it is A plus C, the quotient we have to write in the bracket. Now again if you look at the two terms, you can take here A plus C common, the leftover we have to write in the bracket. it is nothing but the quotient b plus x. So this is the factor of this expression. This method we used to call it as a grouping. Okay, now we are going to move to the exercise problems. Exercise 5a. The first one, factorize by taking out the common factors. Okay, the first expression we have here, 2 into 2x minus 5y into 3x plus 4y minus 6 into 2x minus 5y into x minus y. Okay, now here we have two terms. This minus, it is going to be separate the terms. So this is the first term, and this it is going to be the second term. In both the terms we can find here 2x minus 5y, and in the second term also we have 2x minus 5y. I can take here 2x minus 5y common. You have to keep in the bracket. The leftover, the quotient term, it is 2 into 3x plus 4y. We have the sign minus the leftover 6 into x minus y. Further we can simplify this, 2x minus 5y into, here when you multiply 2 inside we are going to get 6x plus 8y. When you multiply inside minus 6 into x we will get minus 6x, and minus it is going to become plus 6y. So here 2x minus 5y, here we have 6x and here we have 6x. So plus 6x and minus 6x, it will get cancelled. So the leftover here 8y plus 6y. 8y plus 6y, it is 14y. 14y into 2x minus 5y. This is the common factors for the given expression. Okay, the third question we have ab into a square plus b square minus c square minus bc into c square minus a square minus b square plus ca into a square plus b square minus c square. Okay, now we have to check how many terms we have in the expression. So this is minus and here we have plus. Okay, when you have sign 2, you're going to get the term 2 plus 1. So it is 3 terms. So we have 3 terms. Now we have to check in 3 terms we have a square plus b square plus minus c square, and here also we have the terms a square, b square and c square, and here also we have a square plus b square minus c square. Okay, now we will check the sign of the variable. A we have plus, b we have plus, c we have minus. Here we have c is plus, a it is a minus, and b we have minus. A it is plus, b it is plus, c we have here it is minus. Now here the first term and the last term, the variable have the same sign, but whereas in the middle term when you have minus, here it is going to be plus. When you have plus, here it is a minus. Plus b, here it is minus b. So what we need to do, I can take from this term a minus common. We need to take a minus common here. When you take a minus common, now let it be here ab a square plus b square minus c square. Already we have minus. When I take this minus common, here it will become plus bc. So here inside the terms we have to change the sign, alternative sign we will get. When you have plus c, here it will become minus c. We have c square, right? So c square, this minus a will get plus a square, and minus b will get here plus b square plus ca into a square plus b square minus c square. Here a it is positive, b it is positive, c it is negative. Here also c is negative, rest of the a and b it is positive. Here also c it is going to be negative, a and b all positive sign. From all the 3 terms I can take a square plus b square minus c square common. Okay, the leftover, the quotient we have to write in the bracket. Here you will get AB plus BC plus CA. Now further we cannot take any common factors in between these terms because we don't have any common variable in all the three terms. Now this is the final answer. Okay, now we'll move to the second main first sub question. Factorize the grouping. Factorize by grouping method. Third. Okay, the first sub question we have here, a cube plus a minus 3a square minus 3. Whereas in the grouping method, the first step we have to form the groups. So first I am going to take first two terms and the next two terms. So here a cube plus a, whereas in both the terms we have minus, so I will take a minus. The quotient you have to write in the alternative sign so that you will get here 3a square plus a 3. Now further now the second step, we have to take out common factors from each group. I can take a common, the leftover it is a square plus 1 minus, from this term I can take 3 common, so the leftover here a square plus 1. Again we have to take the common factors in between the numbers. So here we have a square plus 1 is common in both the terms, so the leftover, the quotient is a minus 3. So further we cannot simplify, so this is the final factors of this given expression. Okay, now the 12th one, we have here a square x square plus ax square plus 1 into x plus a. Now here what we need to do, before going to make the groups, first you have to multiply this x inside. So because we have, when you are grouping, remember it has to be the even terms. Okay, when you have even terms only you can able to group the terms, but here we have odd numbers. So this is the first term and this it is going to be the second term and this it is going to be the third term. So totally we have only 3 terms. So what I am going to do here, I am going to make it as 4 terms when we multiply x inside. Okay, let me see how to get the 4 terms. So a square x square plus, when you multiply this x inside these terms, we are going to get ax cube plus x plus a. Now we have 4 terms. Now you can able to group the terms. This is the first group and this it is going to be the second group. I have grouped it. Next we need to take the common factors from each group. The least value we have a and here the least value it is x square. So I can take x square. So here when you took a common, the leftover here a and x square I took common, plus here a I took common, so we have x cube. So x cube means square we took out, so only one power we have, a plus a. X plus a I can write it as a plus x. Okay, now here only one sign we have, so you will get 2 terms. So in this 2 terms a plus x is common, so I can write a plus x. So the leftover quotient you have to, this is also you have to write in the bracket. When you write like this, when you are going to write the terms like this, a plus x into the leftover here a x square, and when you took a plus x common, the leftover here it is 1. When you leave without bracket, the answer it is going to be wrong, because we can say here a square plus x 1. This is common only for x, not for a. It gives the meaning. So what we need to do, we have to keep the bracket so that this particular value it is going to be common for a and as well as for x. So this is the final answer. This is a factor of the given expression. Okay, now we'll move to 18th one. We have here a square plus 4b square minus 3a plus 6b minus 4ab. Okay, now here we have to group the terms. First you have to check whether you have odd terms or even terms. So 1 term, 2 term, here it is 3, 4 and 5. So you have 5 terms, right? So when you have 5 terms, you have to make it as the even terms when you are grouping. Okay, now see here, first I am going to choose. Okay, definitely here you have to use the identities. First you will get the idea when you just focus the given terms. Here we have a square and this 4b square is right, so I can write it as 2b whole square, and 3a I cannot split, even 6b also I cannot split. This 4ab I can split into 2 into a into 2b. Okay, I can split like this. So when you multiply here 2 2s are 4, a into b, you will get ab. Okay, now here just I am going to write the terms a square plus 4b square, and I took the last term along with the sign minus 4ab, and rest of the things I am going to write in the terms here 3a plus 6b. Now see, a square plus 2b whole square minus 2 into a into 2b. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. So you can write it as, when you have minus you will get a minus b. So a value it is a, b value we have 2b. So a minus 2b whole square. So instead of this I can write here a minus 2b whole square. And from the, see here I have a, it is positive, but here we have negative. So what we can do, I can take minus common, and as well as the numerical we have the common factor 3, and here it is 6. So I can take 3 common. When you take 3 common, the leftover here we took minus common, so we have to change the sign. Minus it will become plus, and here plus it will become minus. I took 3 common, so the leftover here it is 2. Okay, now here further if we simplify this, we have a minus 2b, and here also a minus 2b. You have square, right? When you have square you can write the terms like this: a minus 2b into a minus 2b minus 3 into a minus 2b. Now here this is a sign, this sign it is going to be divides the terms. So totally you have 2 terms. From this 2 terms, a minus 2b is common, so the leftover, the quotient we have to write in bracket. I took 1, the leftover here a minus 2b. Here also I took common this value, the leftover it is minus. So this is the final factors.